So I'm here. I just bought this the other day. So I'm using it for the first time, and it's like one something, and I'm having breakfast basically. I'm having Monster and some cheese on tortilla. And I'm here at Village Books area, sort of. I'm having a bunch of anxiety, so that's why I turned on the video. I don't know if I can flip this really. It might just look at the concrete for a little bit. I'm having a lot of anxiety because I've heard a few times where bus drivers or people that work at the bus station, I don't know who they are, but they're at the bus station. This time at Cordata. There was a guy saying something about she has to do this, this, and this. And I couldn't hear what he was saying. But he said something about how she's going to do 7 years. Don't know what he was talking about. But it just started triggering my PTSD and my anxiety a whole bunch. Because everything with the court case is so traumatic. And I start feeling like they're gonna sentence me to 7 years, even though I really didn't do anything when it comes to actual crime. But then, to make things worse, there was a girl on the bus behind me on the way downtown. Sorry, I'm eating. I'm stress eating too. But there was this girl on the way, and this caramel corn came from the food bank, just so you guys know. This was the food bank that I got this from. I would have never paid a bunch of money for this right now, because I have no money. So that wouldn't have been what I paid money on right now. Yeah, so anyway, my PTSD is really, really showing up right now. Super freaked out. And there was a lady behind me on the bus, and she said something about how needing to talk to Oak Harbor police. So that was a little bit strange, because it kind of fit the theme of, are these people talking about me? They stole from me last night. They stole food from me last night. They got into my SSD drive again between the last 2 times that I went into storage that was only a few days apart. They were on my stuff when I went to Port Townsend. They followed me to Port Townsend. Or it's highly likely that they did, because I had people coming to try to steal from me, and that's almost always them, whoever the fuck them is. So yeah, I am, like I said, stress eating. I'm having a really hard time, and this is all I get to eat, stress eating, which isn't much. Right? But I had to have my Monster, even though I wasn't planning on having a Monster. This actually works though, like when I'm freaking out, like it's kind of worked a little bit. Like, it depends. It kind of depends. Because I get all, like, shaky, you know, like when I start having too much trauma, like there's just too much stress. The other day, a bunch of trauma showed back up because I had to go to the fountain branch of the Wiku. And I was reminded where I hadn't thought about it for a really, really, really long time about how Daniel had been holding me at weapon point, trying to force me to get funds out of a bank. And that whole fiasco that happened where the police were acting really strange and I couldn't understand what the hell they were talking about or saying. Yeah. I still don't know how the hell they wound up on his side. It doesn't, it doesn't make sense to me. Still, to this day. I still don't understand it. So yeah, just having a hard time just dealing with trauma. And I don't normally say that on video either because I know that everybody is trying to make up that I'm crazy, which is totally different than having trauma. So I don't normally, like, talk about how, like, I usually complain, you know? I usually get on here and I complain and I tell you what's going on and all these other things, but really, honestly, like, sometimes dealing with this shit, with the courts and everything, it is, like, straight up trauma. Like, you start getting shaky, you start freaking out, you start not, like, you just start thinking about how, like, they're just always on the criminal side, and it's just lots of trauma. So I'm gonna eat this as my lunch, basically. At least I get lunch. At least I get lunch. The only reason why is because I overdrafted my account to get it. But I guess I'll end this video.